For Shabbat, everybody.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and Hag Sameach.
No, a minute.
It is good to come together on this Shabbat during the holiday of Pesach. These middle days of the holiday are referred to as Chol HaMoed, which means the middle or secular days of the holiday. So we have holy day at the beginning, holy day at the end, and in the middle we have Chol HaMoed, perhaps holiday. Come together to welcome Shabbat, which is the spring holiday.
Now let me see how to. Go to.
Sorry, I've been muted.
No, you're unmuted now.
Okay. I'd like to call your attention to some of the resources that we will be using. We'll be reciting the service from the Kol HaNeshama prayer book, but if you don't have the hard copy with you, you can go to the Beth-El website at bez613.org to access our virtual resources for tonight, including the Siddur, the prayer book, as well as a song sheet for our family blessings and healing prayers and closing songs. As we have instituted in past weeks, we have a young man who would have become bar mitzvah during these summer months, participating in the service this evening with his family. His name is Ari Harold. And Ari would have celebrated his bar mitzvah on May 1st and 2nd, and he is here with his parents, Debbie and Brad, and with his brother, Levi. I understand that there is family that has gathered from Connecticut and Florida, including grandmother Sydney, aunts and uncles and cousins from Detroit and Philadelphia and Washington and Panama and even Indianapolis. I hear that grandparents Sandy and Dennis Basso are also on this service this evening. And they tell me that they have gotten to know this young man, Ari, and that they're so proud of him and his brother Levi. So tonight, Ari will lead us in the traditional table blessings for Shabbat before we continue with the rest of our Shabbat evening service. So I'd like to invite all of you to light your Shabbat candles if you have at your table. If not, you can take in the warmth of other people's candles because we're one big extended family here. So now the candles have been lit. We'd like to ask Ari to recite the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We together, Asher Kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And the blessings at the table tonight are the same blessings that we would recite on any other Shabbat, because again, tonight is Chol HaMoed, and it is not the holy days of the festival at either end. So having recited the blessing over the Shabbat candles, we now raise our cup of wine for Kiddush. You may follow on page 119. Again, the traditional Kiddush for Shabbat. Ari will lead us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah b'anu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinhi lanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila lemikraye kodesh zecher l'tziyat mitzrayim ki banu baharta ve'otanu piyashta mikol hamim B'Shabbat kodesh be'ahava uvratzon hinhaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. Thank you. We're going to continue with Hamotzi, and if you have at your table, here we have a cloth that is for Shabbat and Yom Tov, and this is what we use for Pesach because it has both festivals. And what we put at the table tonight are matzot, and we recite the regular blessing of Hamotzi over the matzah. The Alachilat blessing is only recited at the Seder. So we lift the matzah, and Ari and Levi, together with mom and dad, will lead us in Hamotzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Amen. Chew that well.
All right. Good stuff.
And one of my favorite parts of the Shabbat and festival meal, and you can go to that in your virtual resources, is the family blessing. It's customary to offer a blessing upon our children and families on Shabbat and festivals and for other special occasions. So if you're close to one you love, extend your arms around them and we become one extended community. For our sons, we say, Yesimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim ve'chimenashe. May you be like Ephraim and Manasseh, the sons of Joseph, who built the house of Israel. For our daughters, Yesimech Elohim keSarah, Rivka, Rachel, veLeah. May you be like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, who built the house of Israel. And for our children and families, Yevarechecha Adonai veYishmerecha, Yair Adonai panavelecha vichuneka, Yisa Adonai panavelecha, ve'yasem lecha velach shalom. May God show us grace and kindness and grant us a Shabbat and a festival of peace along with all Israel and all the world. And say Amen.
Amen.
Amen. A virtual hug for everybody. Virtual hugs and kisses. Thank you, Ari and Heralds. We're going to continue with the brief Kabbalat Shabbat service, and I'm going to put on my talit.
I'm going to see who else is here.
So because it is Chol HaMoed Shabbat, we do not have the customary chanting of psalms and Lecha Dodi that precede the evening service. The Kabbalat Shabbat is abbreviated during the festival. We are going to begin rather with the singing of a favorite Passover song, hopefully familiar to many of you, Adir Hu. Adir Hu is a song of thanksgiving, a song that speaks about two things that are important to us. It says, Yivne Beito, that the home may be rebuilt. Here it's referring to the temple in Jerusalem, but here we are in our own homes, and we are rebuilding our homes from within during these weeks when we are all together and have nothing else to do but be together. So whether we rebuild some things that need physical attention in the house, or we restructure and rebuild our relationships, that too is Yivne Beito, rebuilding our homes. And then it says Bekarov. Bekarov means soon. So our hopes are that soon we'll be able to be together again and united with our families and friends, not only virtually as we are tonight, but physically. So let us continue with the singing of Adir Hu. It's on the Beth-El Tzedek online link, and the cantor will lead us.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. So I just want to say that on that link in the virtual resources, this is a separate link. It just says Adir Hu. So if you've gone to the virtual resources, it is on a different tab, and then we'll go back to the original song sheet. So please join me. We'll sing in Hebrew, and then we'll sing in the English words that I've provided there. Adir Hu, Adir Hu, Yivne Beito Bekarov, Bimahira, Bimahira, Yaminu Bekarov, El Bnei, Bnei Mitzchar Bekarov, God of might, God of right, we would bow before thee, sing thy praise in these days, celebrate thy glory, as we hear, year by year, freedom's wondrous story.
Thank you. A little feeling of Pesach for our Shabbat. Now we turn to directly the Psalm for Shabbat, which is the Psalm that we include in the Kabbalat Shabbat service, even on festivals. Psalm 92, you will find it on page 49 or online, virtually. And the opening lines, Tov lehodot la'Adonai. It is good to give thanks.
Mizmor, mizmor, shir, shir le'yom HaShabbat. Mizmor, mizmor, shir, shir le'yom HaShabbat. Sing with me at home. Mizmor, mizmor, shir, shir le'yom HaShabbat. Mizmor, mizmor, shir, shir le'yom HaShabbat. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון. בכינור, מזמור, מזמור, שיר, שיר ליום השבת. מזמור, מזמור, שיר, שיר ליום השבת. מזמור, מזמור, שיר, שיר ליום השבת. מזמור, מזמור, שיר, שיר ליום השבת.
And as a gathering invitational prayer, we will sing Hine Matov in lieu of the Baruch Hu, since we don't have immediately in front of us a minyan, but we're still constituted as a minyan wherever we are together. So we sing Hine Matov, how good, how pleasant it is to come together as family and friends. Please join with the cantor.
So I will be singing from my home. I am going to mute myself though, so that you can all sing together from your homes. But Charles is going to now play Hine Matov so that you can sing along with his beautiful accompaniment. So I'll join with him in Hine Matov.
There you go.
Charles, Hine Matov. So we have affirmed the unity of community, and now we affirm the oneness of all that is, and in whose unity we come together. So we join with the cantor in the recitation of the Shema, page 65, concluding with page 73. So let us join from where we are with the affirmation of faith, Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאותה ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Continue silently for a few moments. Remember then to observe my mitzvot and be holy unto your God. I am the eternal, your God, who brought you out of the land of bondage to be your God. I, Adonai, in truth.
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
At the end of Shema, we give thanks for our redemption from bondage, and that is the central theme of the holiday of Pesach, which we are celebrating this week. And a key moment in the history of liberation, of course, was our ancestors crossing the sea to freedom. And we're going to turn to those words from the book of Exodus, chapter 15, V'mi chamocha. You may follow in the prayer book, page 79, or online.
Mi kamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilotos tefele, malechut zecharahu vanecha, bokei yam lifnei Moshe ze'eli, anu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני.
Baruch Hu, Baruch Shemo.
ישראל.
Amen. As we prepare to devote a few moments to offering prayers for healing, I came across a note that reminded us that this Sunday, April 12th, is the anniversary of the birthday of a man by the name of Jonas Salk. If you know who Jonas Salk is, raise your hands. Have your seat. There we go. So Jonas Salk was born April 12th, 1914, and he was the son of a New York manufacturer and grew up to make very, very important contributions to the fields of medicine and science. Working with an epidemiologist, he helped to develop an influenza vaccine. And then later, his research led to the development of an effective vaccine for polio. So as we are in the midst of this epidemic, it is good that we remember Jonas Salk and all the contributions that scientists of all faiths, we are particularly grateful to the scientists who brought their Jewish tradition to bear on their science as well. So let us remember Jonas Salk, and perhaps he'll want to come and visit with us for a little bit. Perhaps he can come along with Elijah and bring us some good news of healing and of liberation. We are going to begin this moment of healing as the cantor sings the words of the healing prayer. You will find them again on your website, Healing Prayer, the Misha Beirach by Debbie Friedman.
Misha Beirach Avotenu, Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Beirach Imotenu, Mekor HaBracha Labotenu. Bless those in need of healing with Rafuah Shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Well, during the past weeks, as you can imagine, we have been receiving news of members of our congregation and throughout the community who have been ill, whether from the coronavirus or from other personal issues. And glad to report that in virtually every case that I have been contacted, there has been improvement. We have been asked to read the following names, and we keep in our hearts these names and invite you, as we are reading these names, to also write in the names of your loved ones for whom you are praying this evening. So we give thanks for the ongoing recovery of Bob Borns, Sandy Borns, and Betsy Borns, of Rachel Holbright, Ari Peskovitz, Dr. Chad Silver, Rosalie Gusso, Ida Bell Mayer, Bob Ashworth. We keep them in our hearts along with all others. Someone once asked anthropologist Margaret Mead what she considered to be the first evidence of civilization. And she answered, a human thigh bone with a healed fracture that was found in an archaeological site 15,000 years old. So why did she mention that? A femur that was healed. Why not tools for hunting or religious artifacts or primitive forms of communal self-government? And Mead pointed out that for a person to survive a broken femur, the individual had to have been cared for long enough for that bone to heal. And that could only have happened if others provided shelter, protection, food, and drink over an extended period of time for this time of healing to be possible. So we give thanks for all who help to provide healing for our loved ones, and we reflect on the value of health.
I'd like to share a poem of mine that is in the prayer book as an introduction to our silent Amidah. It is on page 88 if you want to follow it. And it talks about the many ways we are connected to our ancestors through time, connected to fellow Jews around the world through space, and now connected through Zoom to one another. But for a moment, we connect deep inside to a place of silence, to listen to the sounds of silence. Standing here in Abraham's desert, affirming one God, moving in the old spaces, warmed by our ancestors' embrace. Standing here in Sarah's tent, laughing new life. Moving in the old spaces, renewed by our ancestors' hope. Standing here in my place, listening to our voices, yearning. Moving in my own spaces, translating the silence.
Let's pause for a few moments of silent prayer and reflection as Charles gives us a little bit of musical background. the one who creates peace in the universe, grant peace to us, to Israel, and to all who dwell on earth. And let us say, Amen. Please join in Oseh Shalom.
And Charles will once again lead us, and I invite everyone to sing with him the familiar melody of Oseh Shalom with Charles from their homes.
So we are at the moment of counting. We are counting the days between Pesach and the next major holiday, Shavuot. This 7-week period, of course, is known as the Omer. And while we are counting, we take notice that Alan Hamburger is celebrating his 80th birthday. So Mazel Tov to Alan. And we should do one of these virtual Shabbat services just dedicated to Simchas, Cantor Melissa. We'll insert a special moment for people to share Simchas, and we'll extend it of the past month. But now we're going to count the Omer. And what happens at the end of the Omer? We move from Pesach to Shavuot. What happens at Shavuot? The Israelites stand at Sinai, and what do they get?
The 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments, the 2 tablets. There is the solution. We get 2 tablets. And now, Cantor Melissa will chant the blessings for the Omer. You may follow on page 675 or on the website.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat haomer hayom Sheni Yamim LaOmer.
Today is the 2nd day of the Omer. It's noted that it's also Spencer's birthday. Perhaps let's all sing a happy birthday. Whoever has a happy birthday, and we don't even have to wash our hands as we do it. We'll sing happy birthday without washing our hands. Let's join together. Charles, happy birthday.
Birthday to Thank you.
Happy birthday to all who celebrate birthdays these weeks. Well, we're coming to the end of our service, and we need to also take note of our days and give thanks for those whose lives have influenced ours. We take note of those who have died in recent days and weeks. And after I finish reading the names of these recent deaths, and a couple of which I have had to officiate, the funerals I had to officiate, and others who died not near us or were buried not near us. On this Shabbat, we think of the following loved ones: Harvey Frankel, Helen Lefkowitz, Mildred Cohen, Joyce Orselli, and Isaiah Cooperstein. You may add any additional names that you would like, and we invite you to rise for the recitation of the mourner's Kaddish, page 131. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Ve'olma divra kir'ute ve'yamlich malchute v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dekol Beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'le'olmei olmaya. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpoar ve'yitroman ve'yitnaseh. Ve'yithadar ve'yitale ve'yithalal shmei dekudsha berichu le'ela min kol birchata ve'shirata tushbechata ve'nechemata da'amiron be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlamar Rabbah min shemaya ve'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Ose shalom bimromav u'yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. May God, the source of peace, grant comfort to all who are bereaved, with peace to Israel and to all humanity. And let us say, Amen. We thank you all for joining us for services this evening. We have been receiving information of additional birthdays, so we want to extend the mazel tov also to Elliot Shankerman on his birthday, and Levi Harold is celebrating a birthday in April, and Dar joyous
Dan Fox,
celebrations.
Dan.
Dan Fox birthday. There we go. So next time, let's be ready to do a Simchas moment as well, cantor. To close the service, we're going to sing a passage from Pirkei Avot, the rabbinic tractate that is studied between Pesach and Shavuot, filled with wonderful lessons about life. This is also printed in your website. The words are, Lo alecha hamelacha ligmor. You don't have to complete the task, but you can't absent yourself from it altogether. Each of us has to do what we can, when we can. And this is the time to do what we can. And what we need to do now, in addition to being nice to one another, is to stay put so that all this can pass. Let us join with the cantor in singing Lo Alecha. The words are printed in your website. Buddy, happy birthday. We're going to sing. Who do we need? Charles. No. Jackie. Cantor Melissa needs to be vocalized.
There you are.
Thank you. I couldn't unmute it. Okay.
Here you are.
Here I am. Okay. So we're on the song sheet and we'll sing Lo Alecha together from wherever you are. Lo Alecha hamnacha likmor. Lo Alecha likmor. Lo Alecha hamnacha likmor. Lo Alecha likmor. Velo ata ben chorin lehibater mimena. Velo ata ben chorin. Velo ata ben chorin lehibater mimena. Velo ata ben chorin. Lo alecha hamnacha ligmor. Lo alecha ligmor. Lo alecha hamnacha ligmor. Lo alecha ligmor. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Right.
Hi, Mimi.
Baby.
No. That was
Shalom.
Babies.
Hi, Dylan.
What's up, Ari?
Shalom, Bart.
For Passover, a Passover break.
Ellen Shane.